Good morning. Welcome to Soul Focus TV. My name is Coach Betsy. I'm going to be teaching a yoga class today in my segment called Have a Namaste. So today we're going to be doing sort of a express yoga class. So it's only going to be about 35 minutes, but we are going to cover everything with a little bit of an emphasis on hip openers. So I'd like to start, as always, with just a little centering. So I just want you to sit comfortably on your sit bones, nice straight spine, and just close your eyes for just a few moments as we bring our awareness to the breath. Let's have a nice deep breath. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. And one more nice deep breath. And let it go. And we're just taking a few moments to observe our mind. How do you feel today? I know we've all got to do a lot of work there because we can't stop what's going on, but we can stop what we dwell on. And being present and being able to let the thoughts shift through a little bit is really a gift that you can give yourself. So let's just let those thoughts settle down a little bit. Now, how about your body? How is your body today? How is your neck? How are your shoulders? I was lifting bags of mulch yesterday, so I'm a little sore. How is your spine? How are your hips? And as we move down to the legs, how are your knees, your ankles, and your feet? Now let's let all that tension run out the bottom of our feet. And with your hands on your knees, we're just going to start to move in a nice, slow circle. Just warming up the spine. It's always important when you do yoga on your own to warm up correctly. I think too many people try to jump into a challenging pose without doing that. And it's worth a few minutes of warming up. Now let's reverse direction. If you're somebody who likes to do cardio, you go for a run or a bike ride, or you get on your elliptical. It's nice to do the yoga after that because you know your body's nice and warmed up. Now as we come back to the center, let's inhale the arms up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to add a twist to this. We're going to turn to the right and then turn to the left. Let's come over to that right side and hold. Nice straight spine, looking over that right shoulder. And then we'll go all the way over to the left. Turn your head. Nice deep breath. Exhale. Now as we come back to the center, let's bring our arms up. We're going to go forward right onto the fingertips. So you don't want to be on your palms, on your fingertips. And then walk out till you feel the stretch in the lower back. Let your head drop. Just breathe. And then you can walk back in. From here, we're going to drop our chin to the chest. Just shake your head no, shake your head yes. And then we'll slowly lift the head as we inhale, tilting the head back, exhale. Now inhale, bringing the chin to the chest. Again, inhale up, exhale, and inhale, the chin comes to the chest. From here, we're just going to roll all the way over to the right shoulder, placing your hand on your head. We're going to circle the elbow. Reverse direction. Warming up the spine. particularly the cervical spine. Now let's release as we roll all the way to the other side, hand to the head, circle the elbow, and reverse. And then as you release that hand, we'll let the chin come back to the center, lifting the head straight up so we can roll the shoulders back and forward. From here, let's bring our right arm across the lap and lift the left arm up. Feeling that stretch on that left side. And then as we come back, we're just going to come down onto that left knee. So just walk yourself out. And then we're going to walk back in, coming back to the center. Just inhale and exhale, coming onto your right side. Stretching that side out a little bit. Breathe. Let that arm lay right across the side of your head. And then as we come up, we're going to come down onto this right knee. Walking yourself back in. Let's inhale. We're going to come forward again onto those fingertips. Nice neutral pose. Anytime I do anything that's kind of one-sided, I like to always go follow it with a neutral pose. And then we're going to walk back in. From here, we're going to take both feet over to the left. So we're sitting with our right foot against our left thigh, and with our hands to the heart, pressing isometrically, we're going to lift and lower that left knee. Again, a little bit of a hip opener. This particular hip opener has the advantage of toning the inner thigh muscle. And one more here. And then we're going to turn to our right, and we're going to once again come down onto that knee, but you'll be able to go a little bit further this time. Just let your head drop. And then we're going to walk our hands back so they're under the shoulders as we lift into what's called the swan. There's a little bit of an arch in your back here. And relax. Let's just bring our legs to the front and shake them out a little bit. And then as we bring our legs back in, we're going to shoot them over to the left side. And again, the hand to the heart as we lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift. You can feel that right in that hip, that little hip flexor, that very strong little muscle. One more time. And then as we turn, we're going to come down onto our left knee. Just walk out, drop your head. And then walking back in, we're back into swan pose, letting the back arch just a little bit, looking up. Nice deep breath. Exhale. Beautiful. Let's shake those legs out front again. We're going to go into a forward bend. So you want to flex your feet. The first pose we're going to do is called Dandasana, or staff pose. It's a pose unto itself, but it's actually a preparation posture for Paschimottanasana, or the seated forward bend. So let's flex our feet and pressing your palms into the floor so that you're lengthening your spine. This is very similar to how you'd feel if you were hanging from a bar, But that puts pressure against our C3 and C4 in the neck. We don't want to do that. So instead, it's like we're hanging from our shoulders. So you can almost feel your glutes coming off the floor a little bit. But your spine is lengthening. There's a little bit more space between each of the vertebrae. And let's release. Now inhale the arms up. We're going to come into just a little tiny back bend here. And then exhaling, we're only going to go halfway down, right about there. Now inhale and lengthen. Exhale and deepen. Again, inhale and lengthen. Exhale and deepen. Let's do that one more time, but we're coming all the way up. Inhaling and then exhaling. Let's see if we can go all the way down. Try to grab your feet if you can. If you can't reach your feet, just place your hands on your ankles or even your shins. Or you could use a strap. Putting the strap under your feet. Drop your head. Every time you inhale, there's an opportunity to lengthen. Every time you exhale, there's your opportunity to deepen. Nice deep breath. Exhale. Let's have another nice deep breath here. And then exhale. On this next breath, we're going to let our arms float up and then circle them just a couple of times. Keeping that range of motion in your shoulders. Let's reverse direction. With your hands next to your hips, we're going to bend our knees, separating the feet about the same distance as our knees and our hips, and then lifting up into a tabletop. When your butt is high as you can lift it, your head is up. You do not have to throw your head back. Just a nice deep breath. Exhale. Let's have one more deep breath here. And then you can slowly lower back onto the butt, back onto the sit bones. We're going to go on our backs for just a couple of moments, and we'll get up to some standing poses. So let's start with our palms in front of us. My knees are slightly bent. We're going to lift the right hand up as we lean back, and then the left hand. Now pretend you're holding a ball, and bring it to the right, and then take that ball to the left. Again, right arm comes up. Left arm. Inhale. Exhale. Grab that ball. Inhale. Exhale. So we're actually warming up our obliques here and the muscles that we use to twist. And to the right. Good. Let's do one more. One. Inhale. Exhale. And to the side. And then from here, we're going to slowly lower all the way down onto the back. And when you get there, let's take our right leg all the way up, pulling it towards the chest and circling the foot. And reverse. And then you can lower that leg. Arms come over the head in a nice long stretch. Flexing the feet to stretch the backs of your legs. And release. Let's bring that left leg up all the way to the chest. Circle that foot. And reverse. And again, we're going to lower that leg, arms over the head. Nice long stretch, flexing the feet. Now from here, we're going to take that right foot, we're going to grab the inside of our right foot where your arch is, and take your left arm out to the side. And very slowly, we're going to open that hip by letting that leg drop off to the side. You can stop at any point that's comfortable for you. Keep your head down. As you feel that leg release, the hip flexor release, you can go a little deeper. I like to flex my other foot so it feels like I'm standing. and then keeping my left arm out to the side. My head is in a neutral position, looking towards the sky. Nice deep breath. Exhale. Now slowly bring that leg up. We're going to change hands here, bringing the left hand to that foot, the right arm out to the side, and we're going to roll all the way over into a universal twist. If this is too difficult, you can let go of the hand, the foot, and bend your bottom knee, bringing that foot to the floor or bending both knees. Your choice. Rolling the head over to the right side in what's called a universal twist. A nice safe twist. The floor is actually supporting your spine. Nice deep breath. Exhale. Let's have one more deep breath here. And let it go. And as we lift that leg up, we're going to lower it, arms back over the head, flexing the feet. Nice long stretch. And let's release, and bringing up the left foot, we're going to grab it with the inside of our hand. Grabbing the inside of our arch, the right arm is out to the side as we lower that leg all the way down or wherever you can go. Always just go where you can go today. Yoga is not the time for competition with anybody or yourself. It's always about each day. How do you feel today? Nice deep breath. Exhale. I have to flex that right foot so I feel like I'm standing in extended hand to foot pose. But I'm actually just lying on the floor. And that hip open up. Now let's slowly bring that leg up as we switch hands. Extending the left arm and rolling to the right. Again, if this is too difficult, you can bend the bottom knee. You can let go of the hand, the foot with the hand, or even bend both knees. Your choice. Universal twist. Rolling the head over to the left to complete your twist. And breathe. Throughout your practice, you always want to do a little bit more of a conscious breathing. A nice deep inhale, nice deep exhale. After a while, your diaphragm is sort of trained to breathe like that. So you are sort of exercising a muscle. The diaphragm is cardiac muscle. Nice deep breath. Exhale. And then we're going to bring that leg up. Arms over the head, flexing the feet. Another deep stretch here. And release. Now we're going to bend the knees, but we're going to walk them to the width of our mat. So our knees are pretty far apart, our feet are pretty far apart. Your arms are either out to the side or you can fold them on your belly, whatever you want to do, doesn't matter. Go behind your head if you like. We're going to drop the right knee to the center. But notice I'm not going into a twist by dropping both legs. I'm keeping the left knee up. So I'm just going to take that right knee and drop it, and then I'm going to lift, and then I'm going to drop the left knee. So this is about the back of the hip, actually, as we stretch that muscle that wraps around the hip and goes into your lower back. Just pressing one knee at a time to your midline. And stay with your breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We're going to do one more on each side. And then let's hold that right knee down. Just pressing that knee towards the floor, keeping the left knee up. Your shoulders are rooted, the backs of your arms are rooted if they're out to the side. And then we're going to switch. Let's bring that right knee up and drop that left knee. Just breathe. Now, as we lift that knee up, we're going to bring the soles of our feet together, the bottoms of your feet, and let both knees open in a reclining cobbler's pose. I like to take my hands and gently press. You never want to do a ballistic movement by bouncing the knees, but you can press gently in a static stretch. I also like to tilt the pelvis, so I'm pressing the lower back into the mat. You want to feel that your lower back is making contact with the mat. And breathe. Now we'll slowly bring the knees together, bring them to the chest with your hands on your shins. Let's draw circles with the knees. You're going to feel this as a little massage on your lower back. Let's reverse direction. And then from here, we're going to slip our hands under our thighs, and we're just going to roll up, and we're going to bring our feet together again in the traditional cobbler's pose, grabbing our feet, but lifting our chest this time. We don't want to roll over with a rounded back. Keep your spine nice and straight, and just hinging from your hips, come forward. And again, I'm using my elbows here to keep my legs open, but I'm not bouncing the legs. Nice deep breath. Exhale. Now we're going to release and come onto our hands and knees. With the hands under the shoulders and your knees directly under the hips. Come back a little here. Now from here, we're going to go into a 2-point bounce. So let's extend that right leg and extend the left arm. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, switch. Inhale, lengthen. We're going for length here, not height. So don't lift that leg too high. Think of it, your arm and your leg, as an extension of your spine. Your head should be down. You're looking at your mat. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Let's do one more on each side. And then we're going to separate our knees a little bit wider. Big toes to touch and come into child pose, balasana. Sitting back on your heels, bringing your forehead to the floor. And then we can come back up onto our hands and knees. We don't think of child pose as being a hip opener, but when you separate your knees like that and really let your rib cage drop down between your inner thighs, you can feel those hips opening. And it's a nice kind of restorative way to do that. Now from here, we're just going to do a few cat-cows. So let's curl the toes under as we arch the back, looking up, roll your eyeballs back as well, and then uncurl the toes, round your back, and look down. Inhale, up, exhale, return sideways again. Inhale, up, exhale, down. Arms stay straight. You don't want to bend those elbows. Let's just do one more. And then again, we're going to separate those knees a little bit wider, maybe to the edges of your mat this time. And big toes still touch. Sit back in balasana or child pose. One more deep breath here. Exhale, and then we're back up on our hands and knees. Let's bring those hands under the shoulders. We're going to curl the toes under. Inhale and lift your sit bones to the sky as we come up into our downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Drop your head, shake your head, yes, shake it, no, and then pedal those heels. So you can feel those calves stretching a little bit. Now let's come up on our tippy toes and let our shoulders sink a little deeper towards our thighs. And then try to press your heels towards the floor. Nice deep breath. Exhale. Now we're going to lift our right leg up. Let's bend that right knee and twist just a little bit so we're opening up that hip. You're lifting that leg as high as you can from the knee. Again, opening up that hip a little bit and sort of a little mid-air twist. Now we're going to straighten the leg, looking up between our hands. We're going to try to step right up between our hands and up we go back into Warrior One, checking that our hips are square to the front. And our shoulders are engaged. Let's inhale back, exhale forward, inhale up, exhale around. Again, inhale up, exhale forward, inhale up, exhale around. One more time, inhale up, exhale forward. This time we're going to open up to Warrior Two. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see the distance between my feet. My knee is over my ankle. My shoulders are down. My arms are extending. You're looking over your front arm. Nice deep breath. Warrior One. Now we're going to bend our front elbow and come into a modified right angle. Just rest your arm on your knee, but try to align your shoulders so one is directly over the other, fingertips to the sky. Now here you have a choice. You could stay here. You could drop to a block just inside your knee or your foot, and put that block on any height, don't forget. Or you can go right to your palm, but you do want to make sure you're on your palm, not your fingertips. Nice deep breath. Exhale. Let's have another deep breath here. Exhale. And then from here, we're just going to root into our feet as we come right back to Warrior Two. Dropping the back hand to the back leg. Let's turn our front palm up and go right into Chandrasana, or crescent moon, as we form that crescent shape with our body. Looking up towards the inside of your elbow and breathe. When we do this pose, we're actually massaging our kidney with all that kind of pinchy, squishy feeling on the left side. We're reaching in and massaging the kidney. Nice deep breath. Exhale. And then we'll slowly come back to Warrior Two. Now from here, we're going to come back to the front here. We're going to revolve. So with our arms out to the side, let's continue to revolve. And we're going to bring our hand. You can either come onto that knee. Again, you could use your block to the inside of your foot, or go right down to the floor, looking up towards your right hand in a revolved right angle. Pavariti Parsvakonasana. Nice deep breath. Exhale. Now we're going to bring that hand to the floor and drop to our left knee. We're going to go into pigeon pose today. So if you have a block or even a pillow or a small soft ball, I'd like you to get that. We're going to cross our right foot in front of our left knee and slide that left leg back. Now, you might be able to do this without any support. But if you have that block or that ball, stick it under your right cheek. So now you've got your right heel just under your left hip. And your hips are square to the front. and you just have your palms on the floor and you can look up. Now that's your first level. You're relaxing your back foot so you're on the top of your foot. Now we're going to walk down onto that knee, just dropping the head. Now let's walk our hands back under the shoulders and come back up. Now you have your choice to stay here, or the next level would be to bend that back knee so you can grab your foot. So you're now grabbing that foot, and you're going to press it away from your butt. So we don't want to do this and pull it in. We want to press it away from our butt and then bring the other arm up. I like to bring my hand into King Mudra. There is a little bit of a back bend going on here, but just relax, especially if you have that block or that ball or that folded blanket or a pillow under your right butt cheek. Just relax. This helps to open up that left hip. Nice deep breath. Exhale, you're pressing that heel away from your butt. Let's have one more deep breath here. Exhale. And then we'll bring our hand to the floor. Relax that back leg. Lift your block or your ball out of the way. And then slide your feet back as we sit in child pose, separating those knees and bringing the forehead to the floor. Now we're going to come back up onto our hands and knees. Make sure your hands are under your shoulders. And then curling those toes under, we're lifting into a downward facing dog. Once again, dropping the head. Shake it, yes, shake it, no. Pedal those heels a little bit. Coming back up onto the tippy toes, sinking through the shoulders, and then pressing those heels to the floor. Now we're going to lift up our left leg, twisting just a little bit, bending that knee as we come into that little mid-air twist again, opening up that left hip. And as we extend that leg, we're going to look up between our hands and once again step right up between our hands as we come into our warrior one once again. Inhale back, exhale forward, inhale up, exhale around. Again, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale up, exhale, and we're going to open right up to warrior two. I'm going to turn sideways again so you can see my side view again. This nice big space between your feet. Even if you're short, it's 36, 38 inches up to maybe 44 inches if you're tall. Looking over that front arm. Nice deep breath. Exhale. Now let's bend our front elbow as we come onto that knee again in a modified right angle. Parshvanasana. And again, you have the choice to either drop to your block, stay on your knee, or take your hand right to the floor, aligning those shoulders, fingertips to the sky. Nice deep breath. Exhale. Let's have another deep breath here. Exhale. One more deep breath. And then as you exhale, we're going to root into those feet as we come back to warrior two, dropping our back hand, turning our front palm up as we go into our Chandrasana or crescent moon. Here we're massaging the other kidney where all that squishy feeling is. It's kind of a combination of a little twist and a little back bend and a little side bend. Really reaching into our internal organs. Nice deep breath. Exhale. Let's have one more deep breath. And then we're back in warrior two. Here we're going to rotate, bringing our hand to the mat, to the block. And rotating our shoulders. Breathe. Revolved right angle, Pavriti Parsvakonasana. Notice the straight line from my fingertips all the way down to my palm that's on the floor. And then we're going to bring that hand to the floor, dropping to our knee. We're preparing for our pigeon pose again. So we're going to take our block or our ball under our left butt, crossing our left heel in front of our right hip, sliding back on that right leg so we're on the top of our foot, and then you can slip that block under your butt. I'm going to turn a little bit sideways so you guys can see again. And there I am on the top of my foot, hands under my shoulders as I lift my gaze to the sky and breathe. There's a little bit of a back bend here also. Nice deep breath. One more deep breath here. Exhale. And then we're going to walk down onto that left knee as we just drop our head towards the floor. Elbows should be off the floor as well. And then as we walk our hands back, we're going to try another go of this. Only this time you have a choice of staying here or bending that back knee, reaching back. Should be your right foot. You're grabbing it with your right hand. And then you're pressing the heel not into your butt, but away from your butt. There's going to be a little arch in your back here. And then the option to bring that arm up and breathe, looking up at the inside of your elbow, continuing with that nice, slightly back bend. Nice deep breath. Let's have one more deep breath here. Exhale. And then as we bring the hand down, relax the foot. You can sort of kick your little block or your ball out of the way. And once again, we're going to go into child pose, separating those knees and dropping the forehead to the floor. Now we're going to come back up onto our hands and knees. And once again, we're going to come into a downward facing dog. So curl those toes under, lift your sit bones to the sky, pedal those heels a little bit, and then press them towards the floor. Dropping your head. And then we're just going to walk our feet up towards our hands and then roll up one vertebra at a time. Just roll those shoulders back and roll them forward. Now from here, we're going to just do one balancing pose today. So we're going to do a tree pose. But I'd like you really to concentrate on getting that knee open. So we're going to start by pointing the toe. And then as you pull that toe in, make sure your hip is open, that we're not here. We're way out here. Now you can keep the foot on the floor if that helps you do that better. You can also stick a block under that foot to get your foot up a little higher. Or some of you might be able to come right into a more advanced pose, either above the knee, up into your inner thigh, or half lotus. I'm actually going to stay at the upper inner thigh. Let's bring the arms up. All the way up. And then we're going to open up to full blossoming tree. Hands are in Chin Mudra. A nice deep breath. Just breathe. Let's have one more deep breath here. Exhale. And then we'll bring our palms to touch and lower them to the heart. We're just going to quickly shake out and go right to the other side. So we're going to point our left foot, pull that knee in, keep that knee open, use a block if you need to. Or come all the way up to your inner thigh. And then we're going to let our tree grow taller, opening the arms. And then we'll come into full blossoming tree. Find a focal point. It always helps when you're doing a balancing pose, especially a one-point balance like tree pose. Find that little dot on the wall or whatever it is that you want to stare at, a candle, something on a shelf, person in front of you. One more deep breath here. Exhale. And we'll bring our palms together and lower to the heart. We're just going to shake out quickly. And let's just have a seat back on the floor. We're going to go down for a very brief Shavasana. Of course, if you'd like to continue in your Shavasana when the video ends, you're welcome to do that. That's what I would probably do if I were practicing at home. But for now, we're just going to slowly lie back all the way onto our back. With the knees slightly bent. And then walk your feet in closer to your butt. Bringing your thighs together, palms to the floor. We're going to lift our hips in a bridge pose, Setu Bandhu Shavasana. And just hold that pose, but don't hold your breath. Nice deep breath. Let all the weight just kind of roll into your shoulders. Keep your glutes tight, keep your inner thighs engaged. If you want to go deeper, you can interlace your hands, walk your elbows under, but keep the arms straight. You're not holding yourself up with your hands, you're using your arms as a base. Another option would be to take your block and put it underneath your lower back sideways, like this. So you're sort of draped over the block with your arms out to the side. And just breathe. Let's have one more deep breath here. Exhale. Now if you've got that black onto your back, you can release it. And everybody else, bring the palms to the floor. And we're just going to lower our spine, one vertebra at a time. And then bringing the knees to the chest, let's just rock from side to side. And then we'll lower one leg at a time. Bring the arms out to the side, where we'll prepare now for Shavasana. We're just going to relax our feet, relax your ankles. Relaxing the knees, relaxing the inner and outer thighs, relaxing the arms, the palms, and each of your fingers. Let's rock our head from side to side, relaxing the neck and all the muscles of the face and skull. Your entire body is completely relaxed. I just want you to bring your awareness to your breath, your vital force, as we lie here for just a few moments in Shavasana. Now from here, I want you to wiggle your fingers and toes a little. Of course, you are welcome just to stay in Shavasana if you choose. Let's bring the arms over the head and pointing the toes, stretch those legs, pull them together. And then bending the knees, we're going to roll onto the right side as we just take a moment to integrate. And then you can gently push back up to Sukhasana or easy sitting pose. And we're going to finish with 3 cleansing breaths. So let's bring our hands once again to Chin Mudra. Close your eyes. Let's have a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Take your time with that breath. It's a slow inhale and a slow exhale. Again, inhale, exhale, and one more deep breath. And let it go. As we bring our palms together, so we can give thanks to this yoga and for this chance to practice together and be more calm, more centered, live to our highest intentions, be more present, and always honor that light within. I honor that light in each of you. Namaste. I hope you have enjoyed that kind of quick yoga class, but it's enough to get you started. You're always welcome to stay in a pose and stop the video if you'd like and hold it a little bit longer. I'd also like to talk about our beautiful facility here at Soul Focus. I'm coming to you from our Tranquility Room. As you know, the gym and the spa are currently closed due to the ongoing circumstances, but we do offer several things right now over on the other side. One of them is the IV nutrition. It's an excellent way to boost your immune system. It has all kinds of vitamins and nutrients that get right into your bloodstream as opposed to taking these things orally, where they get digested and you get a very small percentage of those nutrients actually into your body. It's a 20 to 30 minute procedure, and not only that, we actually do house calls with that. So you can either come into our beautiful, clean, sterile facility, or you can call up and make arrangements for a house call. So I'd like to offer that to you. You can get more information at soulfocus.com. And I hope you have a blessed and healthy day. And again, don't be afraid, but please be careful. Namaste.